My humble pranams to all the divine souls who have gathered here today. Thank you so much for joining me. So, the past few weeks we've been talking about subconscious mind. What is subconscious mind? What is chalice, and so on. So, Thorkham says 20% of the entire population are conscious. The other 80% are not. So, because of that, we the reason I'm sharing all these things with you is because you know we need to be conscious to understand what is happening in our life. So how we go about it is the past few chapters we have talked what are the elements of elements that stop our consciousness from growing. What is consciousness? What is chalice and so on. So the simple analogy is this: the mind is like an iceberg, So 20% of it is conscious. What is conscious? Conscious means you are aware of what is happening around you. Okay, so if you are not aware of what is happening around you, that means you're unconscious. Very simple. Just remember that, okay? The second one I would like to share with you is this. Today we're going to talk about chalice in the subconscious mind, yeah? So the subconscious mind also, the other day, Dr. Sita asked me, that means there's nothing good about subconscious mind. According to according to Thorkham, what he says is there is good inside the subconscious mind. Unfortunately, it's embedded by all the negative energy. Negative means fear, guilt, jealousy, hurt, anger, and all those things. But the subconscious mind also contains good things. But he said it is related to pain, suffering, worry, anxiety, and grief. For example, let's say your father bought you when you were a young child, your father bought you a beautiful ball to play with. Okay, so that was a joyful moment. So that joyful moment will go into your subconscious mind. At the same time, what happened was your brother was so jealous of you getting the ball, he hit you and take the ball away from you. So that is hurt there. So that thing also has gone into your subconscious mind. So whenever you remember the ball, you will only be going to remember the pain that your brother caused you. You will not remember the joy of your father buying the ball for you. So, do you understand that? So, most of the time, the subconscious mind only shows us the pain, suffering, and worry. Whereas the chalice is the one that gives us all the positive energy. That is the joy, the love, the beauty, righteousness, freedom. Everything is embedded in the chalice, but not in the subconscious mind. Okay, but there are times I will tell you when the subconscious mind works. Yeah. Okay, the subconscious mind, how it works. There are a lot of things in our dreams. Sometimes when you dream, we have lots of jumbled up emotion. So all this emotion are actually the subconscious way of releasing the whatever is embedded into the subconscious mind. So it is a nature's way of reducing pressure that is building in the subconscious mind. Okay, I'm sure all of us when we sleep we have lots of dream. If you do not have dream, very good. You know why? Because your subconscious mind is cleared. Okay, so that's the reason why the sages or the masters always tell us, do not put yourself in a situation of negative emotions, anger, fear, anything that will increase the content of the subconscious mind. That's why they always ask us, to do self introspection, self analysis, be aware of what the thoughts that you put in, be aware of the words, be aware of everything. Okay, and there are people who analyze the dream, but in PSM they said do not analyze the dream because analyzing the dream is coming out of the frustration of the subconscious mind. I mean, all the embedded hurt, anger, betrayal, that kind of thing is coming out from the subconscious mind. Unless you had when your subconscious mind is clear that you don't have a dream at all, and suddenly that means your subconscious mind is clear, and suddenly you have a dream, and then you can even predict your future or the what will happen in the future. But that is for enlightened people. There are some special soul who can predict that kind of dreams. But in our society, they said do not analyze the dream. Okay, so habit is a subconscious circuit that affect your etheric body and control your life until one day someone or some events awakens you. For example, one habit, let's say there's one person, he drinks every day, uncontrollable. Every night he goes and drinks and all those things. And one day that when he was drinking, the wife calls him and says that the son met with an accident because of his drink, that he couldn't go and see the son on time before the son dies. Okay, so that situation will actually force this guy to give up on the drinks. You can either work two ways. If he realized that because of his drink that he caused the death, he couldn't go and see the son who died, or it could be because the son died, he'll keep on drinking. It's either way, but it is something that will force somebody to take an action. Okay, the best way to control your unwanted habit is to do observation. We'll talk about observation. What is observation later? Okay, and emotion. Okay, our emotions reveal the secret of our subconscious mind, but we do not pay attention to them. So, what Thorkham is saying is, you know, what Thorkham is saying is, the emotion that comes from the subconscious mind, when we are not aware, it will just keep on coming, and we will start reacting. When you feel anger, you lash out with somebody. When you feel betrayed by somebody, you will take action immediately. So these kind of things will actually um, stop you from not paying, sorry, this actually affect your mind and body. If you do not understand, when we exercise mastery over our emotions, we consciously affect our subconscious mind and body. If we do not understand how these emotions comes about, and what is the effect on your body, as last week we talked about three bodies, physical body, emotional body, and mental body. Just remember, so if you react to anything that comes out from your subconscious mind, the three body will be affected. So when the three body affected, physical body, emotional body, and mental body, you will have lots of the unwanted thoughts. Physical emotion, you will feel the emotion intensively in your body, and physical body is affected also. So you must be very careful. If you understand how this is going to affect your body, your physical, mental, and emotion, you will not pay attention to anything that comes up from the subconscious mind. Okay, today I shared something on forgiveness. And Thorkham says forgiveness is very, very important, because when you forgive somebody, for example, your brother took some money from you and he said, no, I never take anything from you. But he know that you have given that money to him. They just said, okay, let the money go. You just forgive the person. Even though it's very difficult for you to forgive, because it's hard-earned money that's gone. You have burned the money away. Just imagine that that money got stolen from you and said, okay, I forgive this person. Sometimes we cannot forgive the person. If we don't forgive, what happens is all the hurt will go into your subconscious mind, and it will keep disturbing you. It will come out little by little and keep disturbing entire life. And I know a person who is disturbed so much that he has fallen sick. Okay, so what we do is we just close we just say, okay, this money is stolen from me. I don't expect it to come back from me. So what I do is I just close my eyes and I forgive this person. Even though physically I cannot say forgive him, I cannot see him and tell him that I forgive you. What you do, you just in your meditation, close your eyes and say, okay, you bring that person in front of you, and you tell Adam, I forgive you for hurting me. I forgive you you know for breaking my trust in you. I forgive you for everything. And from this day forward, there's only be love between us. There will not be any animosity. Just say, keep on saying that in your dream, sorry, in your meditation, and you actually will feel so much lighter, because the forgiveness will be a huge pain in your heart. So when you let go of this, you will feel so much lighter. So far, you all understand what I'm saying? Okay, I can't see anything. If you can, somebody can say something. Okay, I have a very quiet audience today. Okay, the next one is the chalice. Chalice is the higher mind. In general, there's no bridge to reach it. Okay, there's no bridge between subconscious mind and chalice. As we talked, in our brain, we have these two, you know. So the subconscious mind will take all the hurt, the grief, the anger, the betrayal, the jealousy, feeling, everything. Whereas the chalice will take all the beauty, righteousness, freedom, health, all the wonderful things in life. Okay, so if you Tarkam says to to reach the chalice you must be a bit highly evolved human being, and I feel that everyone who's in this situation, in this class itself, you guys are reaching your chalice, because you can actually see your life full of beauty, freedom, righteousness, everything is happening in your life. Okay, so eventually, what he says, the chalice will use all the elements in the subconscious mind as partial food for its growth. So when the chalice or the lotus unfolds, it draws the contents of the subconscious mind piece by piece, okay, and transform them into knowledge and experience through meditation. Okay, for example, when you're sitting down in meditation and you have this anger in you, and when you start observing this anger, so where does this anger comes from? Why did I have this anger? Why is it affecting me? If you start using your logical mind, remember, as I said last time, the moment we use our logical mind, the subconscious, whatever is in the subconscious mind, get cleared. Okay, and then from here, okay, I got this anger because of what? And then you start analyzing it, and then you will actually transform it into your experience. It will come as an experience and knowledge. Okay, it becomes as a knowledge. Okay, I heard this person, and his anger is actually affecting me, or I have this anger because I was expecting something from this person that I didn't get it, you know. So when you analyze everything little by little, so it will transform into knowledge and experience for you. So with this knowledge and experience, our soul will grow. Okay, the mechanism of the chalice pulls out the threads of many accumulations and exposes them as they are. You know, like anger, it will expose the anger as it is, reveal their causes. And then when you start using your logical mind, you will know what are the causes and process them as they are, and how and why they came into being. So when you start questioning yourself, you will know, okay, from here you got it, and because you had a fight, and there was an anger and all these things. And then you will also know under what laws they were accumulated. I think the laws that he's talking about, universal law, no? And what laws they can be recycled and used as a source of knowledge, experience, and wisdom. So these laws that he's talking about is a law of karma, law of a lot of under the law of karma. They have a lot of laws there, and law of karma, law of cause and effect, law of inevitability, and everything. There's a lot of things there. So there's another book that we have to talk about. So as the petal of the chalice open and expand, the subconscious mind slowly fades. Okay, so I think we all are in the process of clearing our subconscious mind. And the masters, their subconscious mind is already cleared. Okay, so law of pledge, what I'm trying to say is, thank congratulations to each one of you, because you decided to come into spirituality. You decided to empower yourself. You decided to give your soul, to work on your soul. So you guys are actually growing. You are actually developing to a higher level. So we all talk about dimension, you know. So we currently we are in the third dimension, and we are slowly progressing. The moment you understand how everything works, how life is all about, what is the law of nature, what is law of karma, law of incarnation. When you understand everything, then you're already in the fifth dimension. The moment you change your thought, the moment you understand you are a divine being, I am not the body, I'm not the soul, I am the soul. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I am not the words. Okay, I am a divine soul. Once you understand that and you align your life according to that. So how do you align our life according to that? Through looking everything through beauty, you know. For us, everything looks beautiful. A sunrise looked beautiful. Today's moon looked so beautiful. When you look at the tree, you will see the flowers, everything beautiful. And goodness, you will see goodness in everything, in everybody. Even though that person comes near you, because of your vibration, he will, the other person also will feel good. And then you will see joy in beingness. Spiritual person, you always see them, they're always smiling, talking, enjoying, joking. So you guys are all in that pledge already. Everybody joyful, freedom. Everything is, you guys have the freedom, free will to do anything that you want. And you are very conscious about your health, and you work. We all live in a dharmic life, righteousness. We don't want to hurt anybody, we don't want to hurt animal, we don't want to hurt the plant. We will think as oneness, because we start seeing our soul, our our feelings, our emotions, everything. As we are all together, we are all one. We all came from the spark of the God, and we are going back to Him. So we are all one. Our ways and methods might be different, but we are all one. Okay. So there's a method that you have to do to achieve um, a better way of understanding life, and that method is called observation. So observation, I think I've already talked about it some time back, in a non-spiritual way, but this is observation as what as Torkham has indicated in his book. So, you know what he said? The act of observation says is a real psychic power. I think we are all psychic because we start observing the people around us, the environment, the situation, everything we observe, but we don't take all the trash and put in our mind, because we know what is good for us and what is bad for us. Okay, so the real psychic power is the observation. And the more you start to observe, the more spiritual you become. Okay, so I actually feel that, because the more I start observing everything, the more spiritual I have become. And you start to see your emotional and mental natures that do not serve. So once you start observing, then you will say, okay, emotion. Sometimes you feel angry, and you say, why am I feeling angry for this simple reason? And then the thoughts, mental is actually thoughts. Why am I having such a unnecessary thought? You will know, when you start observing, you will start seeing, okay, this is not wanted. I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to think like that. And slowly you will just push everything away. The moment you start pushing away, you are actually clearing your subconscious mind. And it makes you realize that you're observer and there's the object of observation. So when you're actually observing, you are observing as a third person. So when you're looking at the third person, you're observing your body, and you're observing the body, the things, the emotions and the thoughts that is coming as object. Okay. So as a third person, as a third person only, we will know, okay, whether this person is being emotional or unrealistic and so on. But if you start looking at your own self, you will always feel that you're in the right situation, right moment, right feeling. But when you take yourself out of the body and you observe yourself, you will feel, okay, this person is not thinking correctly. This person is not feeling correctly. All these things you will start observing. The moment you start observing, I tell you, it's a beautiful moment, that you realize, okay, what kind of a dumb person I am. So Takam always says, stupidity, stupid. If people are being stupid, you shouldn't be doing all those things. Yeah, because we know that if I think like this, it's going to affect my physical body, my emotional body, my mental body. So why must I think like that? So you will start thinking like that. So it's a beautiful thing. And ageless system, according to the ageless system, we say the objective of observation is meditation is to make us discover ourselves and see the difference between the self, object, and the mechanism. That's where you discover that you are a soul. You are a beautiful, immortal soul. That is, you're going to go on living and living for. We don't know how many centuries, or how many years, or how many millions of years the soul is going to live. So this body is going to be here for how many years, 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, we don't know. So why are we feeling so, so uptight about life? Let go, enjoy. So once you learn to observe, you enter the road to freedom. I actually feel the road that I'm, entering the road to freedom. Satisfaction, if you're satisfied with something, you will not move on. You're just like that. Soul criteria is it never feels satisfied with anything. So it will keep on learning and learning, jumping from one place to another place. And when you observe, this is what you will learn. So when you observe, the thing is, when you observe, you can control your subconscious mind. This is very important. The moment you start controlling your subconscious mind, what happened? You control your life. Everything is within your reach. Observation leads to, I can't see that. Okay. Uh, Observation leads, we actually, when we start observing everything, what happens is the three elements, physical, emotional, mental, we will start clearing one by one. Okay. So for example, if someone slaps you, it's physical. Emotions are, so when emotion are involved, when someone slaps you, they start crying or getting angry, that's emotion. And thoughts is mental. So there's three areas. When you start observing, you will start to um, heal or correct itself or delete by itself. So if you get rid of one, the whole chain breaks. Let's say if someone slaps you, you just say, okay, I deserve it, and just walk away. So emotions are not there, physical, the thoughts are not there. Okay. So you can actually break the whole chain. It is your conscious mind that needs to discriminate and know how to benefit from the condition of the subconscious mind. So now we know what are the methods that we can use, what are the elements that goes into your subconscious mind. So we know how to clear the subconscious mind. The most important thing is observation. The most important thing is to meditate. Learn how to meditate. Meditation is very, very important. Only meditation does not help you to get to know yourself. Only meditation does not cure your health. Only meditation does not give you any kind of benefits. It will make you feel nice, that's it. But when you learn meditation with book reading, learning everything, listening to other people, and how to observe, when you start observing your actions, your emotions, your thoughts, slowly you can actually um, clear the embedded hurt, anger, jealousy, hatred, that everything in your subconscious mind will come out. Okay, I forgot to tell you. So the moment you start coming into this connecting, uh, the moment you start observing, the subconscious mind will give away all the rubbish that is inside there and start coming out. And that's where observation is very, very helpful. So you do not react to every kind of things. So that's the same thing when you sit for meditation, all the subconscious mind will push away everything from you. So you learn to observe and you don't react. So when you don't react to everything and you start observing why it's happening, how it's happening, for what is it happening? Is it because of my karma, because of my action, because of the law in the pre-incarnation? Everything, you will have your logical mind to think about it. You have to observe. So always set a, always set a daily time for you to do the observation. You can either do, for example, for me, I do observation when I'm sitting in meditation. At least 15 minutes, I will start observing what's happening, what has happened in my life, what's happening in the daily, So set a time for you to do an observation. Every day you start this observation process, I promise you, your life will be better. All life responds to you if you create a conscious mind in yourself. The moment you have a conscious mind, every single challenges that everyone throws at you, you know how to deal with it. The divinity within you is awake and it can deal with anything very easily. So with that, thank you so much for joining my class, and we'll stop here.